Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to see who hops on. I'm doing it a little later this evening, but it seems like usually a lot of you are night owls and you're on here, so I feel like that's okay. So tonight I am using the rune stones mostly for general psychic readings. I'm going to tap a little bit more into my clairvoyant and clairaudient abilities and see what comes through. If you do end up wanting like clarity and more detail, or you have specific questions, then I definitely can pull from the oracle decks and always have the tarot handy, of course. And before I get started with personal readings, I just want to kind of go over the astrology and the eclipse energy that's happening now. Hello, Nevda. Or Nevada, Nevda. One of these days I'll say your name right. So, I'm going to pull a couple of rune stones for us for the general energy, but I'm also going to talk about the astrology here. So it's a Cancer, new moon, and eclipse. And, oh wow, that's beautiful. We have Legaz showing up as one of the runes, which this rune governs the moon. And the moon is in Cancer. We're having the Cancer, new moon, and eclipse. And that's the sign that is ruled by the moon. So it's a very natural placement. And of course, guys, we've been having the north and south node of the moon occurring within Cancer and Capricorn for a year and a half now. Those are shifting November 2020. And so that is going to change our collective destiny and what we see happening on the world stage, so to speak. Hello, Tandon. Thanks for popping on. I'll be getting to personal readings in just a second. I'm just going over the astrology and whatnot that's going on. So this is really asking us as a collective to really wrap up, because we are wrapping up this area. And it's really bringing up, especially with the Mars square and the Neptune square that is happening with this new moon and eclipse energy, it's really challenging a lot of us to look at our home security, where we feel safe, the areas of life that are private, that we like to keep hidden. That is coming up. Yes, Nevda, go ahead and, ask whatever it is you're going to ask. Now, personal readings, just know, I'll be getting to those in just a minute. But as far as the world stage is concerned, and politics and all that kind of stuff, this is bringing up a lot of insecurities. Because Cancer rules our security, especially when it comes to what makes us feel at home and comfortable, safe. And we're seeing this challenged big time on the world stage. I mean, personally, all of us are feeling this individually as well, of course. But this area is being really challenged. We might see a little bit more hidden agendas coming to the forefront. There might be a lot more secrets going on in the background and background work kind of being done, behind the scenes with governments, with state or country officials, that kind of stuff. A little bit more secrecy, and also sort of reevaluating what security and comfort looks like for us. in a nutshell, that is some of the things that have come through. And it's funny because, like I said, we have Lagaz that popped up as one of the runes, and then we have Fehu that came out. Fehu came out reversed. And so real quick before I get to personal readings, about to get to personal readings, guys, but real quick, all of us are being asked to look at our motives and hidden agendas, some of the secrets from our childhood. Some of those are being surfaced, and our value, looking at our insecurities, letting those insecurities bubble up, and looking at the value of what we interpret as insecurities or things that make us feel less than, or things that make us look like we're less than, or that we're not worthy. That is really coming up, especially with Fehu being here as well. It's funny because this is very much about your public reputation and your career and everything, which is the polar opposite of Capricorn, or polar opposite of Cancer, which is Capricorn, and that's kind of what they're about. So very interesting runes to pop up for the general collective for us all. All right, guys. I am getting to personal readings now. Hang on one second. Oh, hello, Michelle Honey, and everyone else who's popped on here. Okay, let me see here. I'm just reviewing here. Navda, I see your question here. Why don't you resonate with your rising sign? It might just be because it's, well, so it's a couple of things. Okay, so usually for women, I see your more dominant luminary energy being the moon rather than the sun, because the sun is considered more masculine, the moon is considered more feminine. And so a lot of the times I see that with women, where they actually exude and project and resonate more with their moon sign. Also, your Venus sign can contribute to that. For men, it's more their sun and it's more their Mars, which come through. So that probably, hopefully that'll help you a little bit. But your rising sign, I see a lot of the time, is how you, of course, project like physical energy, and also in some regards your style and your physical look as well. So it all contributes there, but I hope that gives you some insight. And hello, Michelle Honey, I see you in the super chat. I'll be with you first. Now remember, guys, I do free general psychic readings, of course, for everyone. However, if you want to jump ahead of the line, then jumping ahead of the line, you do that through the super chat. And of course, I take specific questions and get you a little bit more detail in the super chat as well. So if you wonder why you're being skipped or your turn is just taking longer, it's because the super chat came through. Okay, so it's not that I'm ignoring you guys, that's just kind of how it works, because sometimes this chat room can get a little busy. Tandon, yes. And so, hang on one second. I think Navda was here first. Yes. So Navda, then you, Tandon. But I am going to get with Michelle Honey here first. And I see your question here, Michelle Honey. I was about to ask you, but then I see it. All right, so let's see what comes through for you. I'm working with the runes tonight, but I'm also gonna get you an oracle message. Okay, Michelle Honey. We have Jera popping out first, and then we have Pedro popping out next. Okay. There's immediately this message, Michelle Honey, of you being encouraged right now to focus on your abundance, what you earn, what you produce, the value you earn from what you produce, and the work that you do. I'm also hearing this phrase of you reap, reaping what you sow. So I'm getting this like, there's this fated karmic event happening within your aura, within your bubble, whatever you want to call it, where there's some sort of secret or buried kind of revelation, buried truth that wants to come up that has been affecting or blocking the full manifestation of some new abundance and sort of reaping coming in for you. So automatically, that is what is coming through. Let's get you an oracle message as well. Let me look at this. Ooh, Michelle Honey, I'm getting like a lot of heat, hot energy around you. Like, I'm almost starting to break a sweat. It's like this fiery energy surrounding. Ooh, so there's an unexpected windfall that is coming through here for you. Expect the unexpected. Especially once some sort of secret surfaces, or if it's not a secret, like I said, it's something that's just kind of deeply rooted in your subconscious. Oh, okay, hang on. Your oracle message shot out. Here we go. Oh. I feel like this happens with some of you more so than others. Okay, so in the flow, okay, it's funny, Michelle Honey, because it's a sled, and the way it shot out, very slippery like a sled anyway, or sleigh. It's just kind of funny to me. Ironic. The other message with this is everything is smooth sailing. Everything is kind of lined up to where it should be for you right now, Michelle. Even though it may feel a little awkward or topsy-turvy, Michelle Honey, or you might feel the fear and uncertainty sometimes, the message is you are actually in the flow. What is happening behind the scenes, again, going back to Pedro, what is happening behind the scenes is for your best benefit. And there is happening there. There is movement. Hang on one second, I see your question. Yes, Michelle, honey, that is essentially what I'm getting. Yes. Um, and it has to do with, like I said, it has to do with the valuing your earnings. Oh, what is that? Heat? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's get you one more card and see if something comes up for that. Let's see. Hello, everyone popping on just now. Okay, I feel like that's where it stops. Earth Dragon. Wow, okay. So in this animal oracle, there are 4 dragons, and you got one of them. They make rare appearances, Michelle Honey. So perhaps that heat that I was feeling has to do with the dragon energy that is surrounding you. However, the dragon surrounding you has more to do with the element of earth. And of course, we've had this stuff with your value, money, abundance come up, so that's not surprising. I'm just getting this message, in addition to everything else, Michelle Honey, with the dragon, of to recognize the treasure that you are just as a being, as a person. You know, the treasure, the prosperity, the value, again, that word value, that you are. That you are, you know, not doubting that about yourself. You see the dragon here with all this treasure. And so that's why a lot of this is coming to the forefront. And also there's a message here, Michelle Honey, last message coming through is the hidden or truths beneath the surface, the subconscious dealings, the hidden agendas, the secrets, all those things. Those can actually turn out to be quite the treasure, like quite the trove of knowledge and wisdom that actually gives you the breakthrough, that actually gives you that aha. And sort of, because I'm seeing like this opportunity, this abundance, and all this sort of reaping, like I said at the beginning, it's all there for you. It's already a reality for you. It's just about tapping into that part of yourself that opens up the door to where you see it, or where it comes flowing in, where it comes just, you know, trickling in. So very interesting. There you have it, Michelle Honey. All right, if you are still here in the chat, send me another comment, because I see a couple of people have disappeared. Oh, thanks, Michelle Honey, I appreciate that. And I'm glad. All right, Navda, yes, you are next. Okay. We're pulling from the runes tonight. Remember, guys, if you want to jump ahead of the line, you can always access the super chat, or if you have a specific question, want more details, then join in the super chat. Navda, we have for your first rune, Manaz, Then we have Nide. The first message coming through with this Navda is that there's some social structures, like within your friendship circle, within your family circle, or like community group circle, that is completely altering. And there's some hard lessons showing up there, but nothing to be afraid of. They are sort of challenging you in a good way. I mean, it won't necessarily feel that way, or it may not feel that way right now even, but it's challenging you and trying to teach you a new sort of social dynamic or way of interacting, or just pushing you also to a whole new set of people as well. Hello, Gypsy7. Thank you for joining in. So, Navda, also this message of patience. So have patience in this transition, in this change, in this lesson that is coming through. Have patience with it, with the people involved, because Nide often brings those teachings or those lessons in a slow way. It's not always quick. But ultimately, your perspective, your ideas, especially that have to do with groups and friends and family units, that is evolving. You know, it's growing. You're ascending in some way, especially with those topics. But there is some sort of lesson and breakdown. You know, someone might get a little butt hurt from something, you know, situation, words said, especially words said in anger and stuff. And so, you know, just kind of expect that. Just be aware of it. It's not like a make or break kind of thing, but it is teaching you something. So just pay attention to what the lesson is there. Because lessons ultimately benefit us. It's just about learning not to resist. Because if we resist, then it causes more friction with the universe, you know, with kind of easing tensions. Because honestly, we all have the power to ease tensions and those challenges that come up. We can make those evolve faster, and we can get that peace faster. But if we're putting in resistance and we're kind of poking and prodding, then obviously it's going to take a little longer. So, you know, that's, I mean, we've all been there. But there you have it, Navda. That is what came up from the runes for you. Hello, everyone joining on. All right, hang on one second, guys. Remember, if you have a specific question or want more depth and detail, access the super chat. And also, guys, I'm super excited because I did release my advanced crystal wellness and magic guide. It is on my Etsy shop now, so check it out. It's at the link below. So are also the in-depth readings, which are so much fun. I have a lot more time to get in tune with those, so all that in the descriptions box. Thank you, Navda. I appreciate that. Hello, Miriam. All right. So, Give me 1 second here, guys. Tandon, are you still in the room before I move on to the next person? Tandon. Yes, Michelle Honey, absolutely. Yeah. Anytime you join in the super chat and you donate and you contribute that way, then absolutely, of course, I'll answer another question. All right, I'm not seeing Tandon in the room. So, Gypsy7. Gypsy7, you are... Oh, well, now you know, Michelle, honey. Alright, so Gypsy7. Inhale, exhale. Okay. Whew. Okay. There's a little bit of blockage and stillness that is showing up for you, Gypsy7. There's this calling for you to freeze some sort of efforts, to kind of put on hold some sort of efforts. If you were thinking about launching something, a project, a contract, business deal, making some sort of new connection or collaborating, anything like that of that nature, even a move, especially contracts, anything that has to do with contracts and like a move, a physical move, especially moving locations, there's a freeze, there's a pause going on there. So just being asked, the energy, your guides are just asking you to kind of take a step back, take a breath, because this is a time to really reflect more on yourself and some sort of inner dialogue when it comes to how you physically show up and how you physically exert your energy, but also I guess the best way to put it is your motivations around a move, moving homes, moving states, cities, that kind of thing. Something about looking into that and looking deep within that. And there's just, overall with these runes, it's just speaking of this stillness. It's not quite the time to act. It's more so time to be still. So finding the beauty and even adventure in the quiet, in the stillness. Hello, honey, welcome for joining. And Michelle, honey, I'm about to be right back with you. I see you in the super chat. Yeah, so essentially Gypsy7, that's what showed up with these runes. We do have a lot of the retrograde energy going on, not to mention, of course, we have the new moon, the dark moon, and eclipse happening today. So that stillness and reflection is definitely a good idea during this time for you. Yes, Gypsy7, you're so welcome. I hope that is enlightening or affirming or both. Yes, so Michelle, honey, yeah, go ahead and ask your specific question. Remember, guys, if you would like to jump ahead or if you have a specific question like Michelle Honey does, access the super chat. I take those through the super chat. Tandon, you're back. I wondered where you were. I tried to give you a reading just a few minutes ago, Tandon. But you weren't here, so hang on just another minute, Tandon. All right, Michelle, honey, I see your question. About his thoughts and feelings. Ooh, keeping it kind of mysterious, are we? That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna just work with the Druid Animal Oracle for this one, okay? So the first card is gonna be in regards to him and his feelings. Woo! Okay. Michelle, honey, his thoughts and feelings about you right now seem very intense with the water dragon coming through. Didn't you just get another dragon? Didn't you just get the earth dragon? Oh my goodness, no wonder I was feeling that heat around you, because all this dragon energy, you know, like spitting fire. Wow. Okay. So anyways, that's funny, Michelle, that's funny. Anyways, the water dragon is speaking of him having very intense feelings for you right now. There's something about your relationship, your connection, that this person fears. Like, they're afraid that you're going to psychically hurt them. Like, and when I say psychically hurt them, I mean like you're gonna turn on them, or that you're going to share one of their secrets that they don't want exposed, or like seeing through them in some uncomfortable way. They're afraid of that transparency with you. And so those emotions are really intense because of that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, yeah, that's it's coming across. Let's get another one here. All right, let's get you one that's more for guidance for what you can do to help mitigate this. Okay. So Michelle, honey, in order to help sort of mitigate this or rebalance this and maybe help bring his temper down, not necessarily an outward temper so much, but there are, like I said, intense feelings. It lies within the cow. The message of the cow here. Some grounded, earthy energy is needed, because there are too many heightened emotions floating about. So I'm getting this message of, you know, just keeping that level of compassion and sincerity, making that known to this person when and if you have the opportunity to do so in the near future. You know, making it known that you have compassion for them and that you care about their well-being, that you're not just going to like take advantage of their emotions. And also there's this message coming through, Michelle Honey, of almost letting them know that you're willing to deal or talk about the tough stuff, the difficult stuff, the uncomfortable, ooey gooey emotional stuff. Letting them know that that isn't going to drown you, and you're not going to drown them by touching on those subjects. And, with this cow energy, I feel like it's, there's this message of, there's a strong message of earth and grounding. And I'm getting like this practical step of like either sharing a meal or having a heart-to-heart outdoors, very much physically engaging with the earth, and that kind of helping the intensity that especially they're feeling. So, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff indeed. I want to get one more from the Sacred Traveler. I can't help it. Tandon, hello. Yes, you are next. So I'm about to be right with you. Michelle Honey, your energy aura really is hot with all this dragon stuff. You got goosebumps? Hey, I love me some goosebumps. Yeah, but seriously, every time I work with you right here and connect to your energy, I get these hot flashes. Okay, let's see. All right, last message, Michelle Honey, for this is wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Okay, so try, even though it's difficult, try not to overthink what they're thinking about you and their feelings of you. Yes, they showed up a little, yes. But when you sort of put your energy and focus there on what they're thinking and kind of enhancing that energy and that thought of you and just that invisible etheric connection, it can kind of intensify things more. So what I'm getting with this is allowing yourself to definitely take a little bit of a step back. And not saying take a step back from this engagement, this relationship, per se. That's not what I'm getting. It's more like distancing your mental and distancing your thoughts in some form of fashion. And I'm getting that distancing your thoughts and that sort of connection, mental connection from the situation, from him, you can do that by going on walks, moving, getting your body moving. It's in some movement. Or giving yourself a very mental sort of project or game to do. Like an example would be like crossword puzzles. That's the first one that comes to my mind. I'm sure there are other alternatives and probably more fun ones than crossword puzzles, but you get my meaning. You get my drift. So, boom, there you have it, Michelle Honey. Oh, I see your question there. I'm getting the sense that it might be a little while, honestly. I mean, maybe a couple weeks, few weeks kind of thing. But not, you know, not something that's super long or an elongated process. All right, Tandon. Oh, it's been a few months already, huh? Okay. That's cool. So that distance is already there. All right, Tandon, here we go. You are next. Thank you, Michelle, honey. I like looking into it and, exploring it with you. It's fun. All right, 2 runestones for you, Tandon. Just a reminder, guys, those of you who are hopping on, you can use the super chat to jump ahead of the line, or you can use the super chat to ask specific questions. I take those there. And also my Etsy shop, the Advanced Crystal Wellness Guide, and all that beautiful stuff is down below in the descriptions box. Facebook link and everything. So, all right, so Tandon, what we have coming up for you. First runestone is Ansuz. Definitely some messages to pay attention to. Messages coming through, confirmation coming through from other people, from sources that are in regards to abundance, that are in regards to financial growth and expansion. And I'm getting more learning. Something about study, learning. It could even have to relate to like a university, a college, or just some other classes or courses that you might be considering or signing up for. That's coming up. Yeah, pay attention to those signs, cues, and confirmations coming through with those things. And there's definitely a big focus I'm getting with even learning, something here about learning more about agriculture, actually. Agriculture and or biology. Oh, very interesting, Tandon. Yeah, so, and remember guys, these are general readings. But if you have a specific question, I take those through the super chat. And so, Tandon, something about really utilizing that knowledge, especially since you just said you already have a degree in this sort of learning. So very, very interesting. Or you completed your first year. Yeah, interesting. So let me tap in here and see if there's anything else coming through. You are where you need to be. That's one message here. As far as the time frame goes, pay attention to the opportunity that presents itself. around the next Virgo moon. And the moon goes into Virgo in about 4 to 5 days. So pay attention to that, Tandon. Oh, looking for an internship, huh? Well, that looks, I mean, the energy for that looks really positive from what I'm seeing here with the runes. So that looks beautiful. All right, there you go, Tandon. Remember, guys, if you do want a specific question answered in more detail on it, I do those through the super chat. It's the button that's in the bottom right-hand corner, for those who don't know. Also, if you want to do like a full-on deep reading, where we pull many cards in clarity, and I usually have a lot more time to also get those clairvoyant messages, then book at my Etsy shop. You can do that through my Etsy shop. You get a lot more of my focused attention there, obviously. And I just finished my last personal reading through my Etsy shop like yesterday. So my calendar and availability is pretty open again right there. All right. Oh, and sorry, those links are below in the descriptions box. So check it out if you haven't. All right, so if you are just now popping on, send me a comment, let me know. I need to plug in my phone. If you're back in the chat room and you got missed earlier as well, let me know that you're back. Because there are some people who have jumped ahead through the super chat, and so sometimes that can delay your reading. I see you, honey. Yes, all right, let's get you a general reading. 1 second here. Yes, my rune stones. All right, take a deep breath with me, honey. All right. Very interesting. All right, you have Thyrosaz as your first rune. And then as your second rune, honey, you have the blank rune known as Weird. Bear with me here, guys. Oh yeah, you've never done a reading with runes? Yeah, there's not a whole lot of psychic intuitive readers out there who do the runes. It does require a little bit more sharpness when it comes to, you know, intuitive skills and your ability to download the images or the words. So usually people steer away from the runes, but I like them, especially for yes and no answers. But for you, honey, Thyrosaz immediately is bringing up some message of expect a shock. And expect a shock to come to you that is very faded. It's very spiritual in nature. Okay, so it's not coming across as like a shock to like your material well-being, like your health or your money. It's not coming across like that. It's coming across as a shock to your conscious, to your spiritual growth and evolvement. It's that kind of shock that's coming through. It's kind of, definitely another term for it would be spiritual awakening. And it's it's something that's completely unavoidable, and but it's something I think you're going to enjoy. It's something that you're going to thrive with. Give me 1 second and tune in here, see what else comes through. I'm getting this image of a pool, almost like some sort of pool party that is going on. So pay attention to if there's any kind of pool party or a lake party, something like that that is upcoming or that you get an invitation to in the future. Pay attention to the downloads and deep conversations that come up during that. To the pool, it's summer. Well, summer in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, might be a little different. So let's see. Let's see if there's anything else coming through here. The words lightning fast are coming through. Lightning fast. Something about a lightning fast turnaround. Yeah. It's essentially what has come through for you, honey. I like it though. Remember, guys, if you do want more detail or depth, message me in the super chat. Join me in the super chat room. We'll pull some tarot cards or some oracle cards, probably both because I'm extra and I like to do that. Oh, you're so welcome, honey. I'm glad it resonated. Hello to everyone who is popping on. Hang on 1 second here, guys. I see you, Michelle Honey. I think it's kind of funny how we've had two different honeys in the room tonight. Well, so Michelle Honey, with questions like that, especially in regards to other people, if it doesn't relate to you as an individual, as a reader, psychic counselor, I don't like to prod into that kind of thing, typically. I don't, it's just not really my realm, and sometimes it can get a little sticky. So usually I keep it to the individual. If it involves you or is about you, it's just kind of what I'm called as a psychic reader to stick to. So, Yes, I do. I do readings on, people who've passed away and are in the spiritual realms. Definitely a little more rare, but for those kind of readings, I definitely have to do, some sort of deeper read, personal read through my Etsy shop, because with those, we actually have the time to connect and to draw that energy in those messages. Obviously doing it here live it's kind of putting myself in that space is just different. It requires more energy. So if that is something that you do want to do, though, totally, contact me through my Etsy shop. And we will orchestrate the time and everything there. And, that link is below in the descriptions box, of course. I try to make it easy. And there's different options, too. There's only like three options in my Etsy shop when it comes to those personal readings. But, one of them is like 60 minutes or over, it can be from 60 minutes or more. But that one's like super in depth. And I look at several things, but there's another one in there as well that's kind of your standard reading, but we would definitely have time to cover stuff like that. So, water. Water is life. Whew. Yeah, I'm sorry I got on so late tonight, guys, but I guess I was just feeling the night owl energy. The moon's in Cancer after all. It's actually a very natural placement for me right now. My moon is in Cancer. Honey, you're trying to figure out the super chat, or are you trying to figure out how to get to my Etsy shop for the longer in-depth readings? Which one are you trying to figure out? Or are you talking about the astrology and stuff? Oh, anyways, I just had a card pop out. While I was talking, I wanted to intuit something for all of us with this new moon eclipse energy, because I wanted to draw one more card earlier, but people started popping on, so I was like, yeah, I'll wait. Oh, I see, honey. Yeah, the super chat is weird sometimes, especially if you're unfamiliar. I didn't know how to use it for a long time. I think someone on here had to kind of tell me how it worked. I was like, oh, it's because the symbol is really kind of hard to notice. I think it's hard to notice because it's a weird looking dollar sign, and it's like gray or black or something. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the oracle message. We have Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you, through us. And this is a message I just wanted to divine for all of us as humanity with this new moon eclipse. It's quite perfect. I mean, look at this. She has the moon crown on top of her head. This is the natural placement of the moon. She's glowing in white light. It's the divine feminine. The moon represents the divine feminine. I love this. This is so beautiful. Humanity, society is going through some intense healing, and it all has to do with insecurities, like I talked about at the very beginning. Because Cancer is all about security, and how we nurture and show up for ourselves, and definitely for other people. So if any of you are needing a little bit of hope in regards to humanity, there you have it. The healing energy for all of us is there, and this new moon energy is bringing it in. Oh, sorry, honey. I see your question. Um, it doesn't take a percentage. It takes a percentage of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, YouTube takes like they take a big percentage. They take like 40% of the donation that you choose. So YouTube does take a big percentage, but I mean, it is what it is. But, of course, honey, you can obviously book and get a way more in-depth reading through my Etsy shop too if you prefer that. And Michelle, honey, I see you in the super chat. Hello again. Ah, yes, the Gemini friend. I think we briefly talked about him in the past, didn't we? So let's see. Let's see. Thoughts and feelings. I feel like working with the Animal Oracle again for you. But we're going to get another message from another deck as well. Let's see here. Okay, Michelle, honey, you have the Earth Dragon popping up again. That's funny. This is showing up in regards to his feelings for you, though. Let me get another one here. You know, sometimes it happens. Technology can be a little flimsy. Hey, when 5G officially rolls out, we probably won't have this problem. That's the benefit of 5G. Alright, so back to it, Michelle, honey. The card that came up for you is the owl this time with this friend. Oh no, Michelle, honey, you're fine. Yeah, I just had to re-establish my connection. So in regards to, they seem to be feeling very comfortable, actually, with you, or the situation involving you two. They seem aloof, like, well, aloof isn't quite the right word. They seem a little bit more detached. Like, detached, not kind of over feeling, not overthinking, not over anything. They're just kind of very neutral. They are feeling very neutral with you, with your relationship. So it's kind of a place to be. It's a very grounded place to be, I feel like, for them. But for whatever reason, there is this little feeling of still that detachment, like feeling that need to sort of create a shield or create a sort of boundary. I guess that's a better way to put this, is creating some sort of boundary with you. They feel like they have to do that, but it's not like an intense boundary. The Earth Dragon is actually, I would say, probably the softest, gentlest kind of dragon energy to get. So, like I said, it's actually really, I don't see them feeling too much which is good. So with the owl showing up here for you, I'm hearing these words of psychic connection. And we do have a very strong full moon energy showing up with the owl here. And so the next full moon we have is one to pay attention to in regards to this person, to the Gemini. Let's get some clarity from the tarot real quick. Hello everyone joining. If you are new and just now joining, comment or join us in the super chat. All right, Michelle, honey, let's see what the clarity is here. Seems to be this energy of definitely this energy of prying coming through with the owl, prying and sort of looking into this other person's space, this other person's bubble, this other person's kind of being able to just see beyond the surface or the boundaries or the storylines that they have set up. That being an ability for you right now. And you being encouraged, Michelle, honey, to trust that ability. Your intuition, your personal intuition is heightened right now with the owl. The prying came across as you. Yeah. It did. That's also because something about your senses is extra sharp right now. And let's face it, you are consulting with me, and so we are kind of doing that, I suppose. Oh, okay, here they are. Okay, 7 of Swords and 8 of Cups. Again, Michelle, honey, we have some sort of message of this walking apart, stepping apart, sort of boundaries getting in the way. But I'm getting it with the clarity, it's not necessarily just their boundaries. There's some boundaries that might be getting in the way from you as well. But they're boundaries that are more mental when it comes to you. And I say that because of the swords here. Yeah, definitely that detached feeling is still coming up with the two of you. Hang on one second, I see you. Yeah, Michelle, honey, sort of like the boundaries are kind of getting in the way of your connection. So, I mean, yeah, you know, and getting in the way of like a more free flowing connection, if that makes sense. More of that openness. And it's mostly, I am getting, they just need this time, they're needing time to regenerate for themselves. They have to have this time to regenerate. You see, with them, they have the earth dragon, they're in their little cave, their hole, and then with the Eight of Cups representing them as well, they are walking off into the mountains. And so there's something definitely, a strong message definitely coming across with them needing to internalize and give themselves a little bit more self-care so that they can take a little bit more self-responsibility and get a little bit more of that, have more of that self-acknowledgement come through about their qualities and the qualities that they want to embrace and be. Oh yeah. Yeah, I seem to remember you saying y'all haven't hung out that much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the depression, I definitely see that. I mean, especially with the Eight of Cups showing up here. It can be kind of a lonely place to be. I mean, he does look a little lonely. But I feel like he is being encouraged to be lonely right now, to walk that path so that all attention is on his self-care and becoming more self-aware for himself so he can be better for someone else, so he can be a better friend, so he can be a better partner, that kind of thing. Something with you, I'm trying to see here. I need another, we're going to get one more clarity card for you, Michelle, honey, because something else wants to come through for your guidance with this. Let's see. Because there's a lot of mental energy showing up here. I feel like I need a little bit more clarity. Definitely something about strategy coming up for you, Michelle, honey. Aha! There we go. We have the Page of Pentacles popping out for you as well. Okay. Your solar plexus chakra. This is why you keep getting dragons appearing in your energy. This is why I'm feeling all that heat surrounding you, Michelle, honey. Okay. Your solar plexus is lit. Your solar plexus is the source of fire, the source of willpower. That's anyone's source. Right above the belly button of willpower, of force, of that fire. And that that is being asked to be tempered, to be grounded a little bit. You know, just simple sort of self-care for your chakra body, specifically right there, you know, your solar plexus right above the belly button. So practical things you can do is use some crystals and stones that are yellow, gold, so like citrine, amber, those are great for that chakra. You can work with certain calcites too, like orange calcite, I find can be beneficial as well. Also, making sure you're getting some good golden and yellow fruits or even vegetables. So, I mean, that could be squash, which isn't the best tasting in my opinion, but it could be lemons, even oranges. So stuff like that, those are some practical things you can do to take care of that. And there is something coming across, and we may have already discussed this real quick, Michelle Honey, in the past. We may have already brought, I feel like this has come up already, but with the Page of Pentacles, it is saying something about sorry, for some reason the connection that I have tonight with my streaming is a little off. So sorry about the glitches, sorry about the pauses. Anyways, peace offering. So Michelle Honey, something coming back through about a peace offering, offering up some sort of gift even, or some sort of gesture to them. But that's ultimately, it is about letting them kind of work through their thing. But if you feel like you must do something, then you can make a gesture, give a gift, peace offering kind of thing. But yeah, so that's how they're feeling about you. Those are some of the guiding tips with them, with that Gemini. I love it. And yeah, all that fire energy, all that dragon energy, woohoo! My goodness, lit. You are so welcome, Michelle Honey. Hello, back, the other honey. All right. I know you can do it, honey. I know. I'm going to see you lit up in the super chat. You're going to have a gorgeous color surrounding yourself. All right. It'll light up too, honey, whenever it comes through. Ah! Yeah, Michelle, honey, you are. Which you catch me, you've caught me live, what, like 2 or 3 times? So that's good. Like the in-depth readings that I do through my Etsy shop, those are pre-recorded, so those aren't as interactive live readings. So even though they can be more in-depth and all that kind of stuff, these you do get more of the interaction. So you did it! Yes, honey, I see you. You are lit up a nice, beautiful turquoise color. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thank you, Michelle, honey. Those words are very encouraging. I appreciate that. It's, oh, what did I just do? Nothing. Okay, good. Yeah, no, yeah, thank you. All right, so honey, hang on. So you would like that clarification, huh? Little clarification on the spiritual stuff. Yeah, let's look further into that. Let's use the tarot this time. Here we go. And if you feel like it, join in, take a deep breath or two with me. The spiritual process. The spiritual process. Spiritual. I'm going to start by getting you 3. We're going to do 3 tarot cards and go from there. Okay, here we go, honey. Right at the center, we have the Queen of Wands. The fire energy in your reading is pretty strong. Leo and Sagittarius energy is coming up really strong. Leo energy is coming up the strongest because we have lions represented here and the cat. Temperance is the fire angel. We have the winged lion showing up here as well. Seems like there is a Leo being trying to come through here and speak to you. It could be me. I mean, I am a Leo, but this really could be another Leo coming through here as well. Oh, you're a Leo rising and Leo moon. Well, see, I'm a Leo rising as well. Hey. Very cool. Okay, so this is very much representing your own energy. But there could be still another Leo coming in here, especially since you have the 2 of Cups. But anyways, let's get down to more of the spiritual messages. So in regards to the fated stuff that came up, the spiritual awakening and growth, it has to do with your level of self-mastery, mastering yourself, mastering your fire, mastering your joy, mastering your fortune, mastering a lot of those positive things. Mastering your ability, woo, you got like a lot of alchemical stuff going on here, because also mastering your manifestation abilities, being able to, create a real tangible thing from your thought, from your inspiration, being able to create it and produce something that is of material value in this world, and being able to do it a lot quicker. Like, I'm getting this quickness energy, honey. Yeah, it can be a lot, yeah. Well, don't worry, the reading isn't over yet, honey. First thing you can do is definitely call upon your guides to help you. And that's one reason why Temperance came through here. Definitely Sagittarius or Leo energy coming up here, whether it be in spirit form or an actual friend or relationship coming through here to help you with these tasks. You know, in those creative manifesting abilities and that spiritual awareness and mastery, which comes from being self-aware. That's the key when it comes to self-mastery, is being more self-aware, knowing your limits, okay? Knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries, knowing your gifts. Those are things that are really coming through strong for you, and those are beautiful things, honey. Those are beautiful things, just to make that clear. But yes, it is a lot. It is a lot, but I have a feeling you can handle it. Hang on one second. Hello, everyone joining. Remember, guys, if you have a specific question or want to stand out, join in the super chat. So, honey, back to it. Oh, good. Well, that's good. Yeah, pay attention to what you're feeling with that purpose, because that own inkling and that own intuition of yours, I'm sure, is spot on, probably. So, Two of Cups down here. There's definitely some balance going on here. Rebalancing. Rebalancing the scales when it comes to relationships, and not just relationships with other people, but relationship to yourself. And that's why self-mastery is coming up. Because you see, we have this balancing happening in the Temperance card. We have the two representing balance here with them and the Two of Cups. Let's get a message now from the Sacred Traveler before I continue. With Jupiter being retrograde right now, just be aware that there might be some things that are exasperated or over dramatized, especially in intimate relationships. But there's a spiritual acknowledgement to be taken from that. Ooh, okay, I feel like two of these want to come out for you. So we have choosing your path, all is possible. Ooh, I'm also getting a message of freedom with this card. Okay, so working more on that inner awareness and that self-mastery, balancing that with other relationships out, like we've been talking about. There's a freedom that is coming from that, and being able to have more free choice, being able to choose that path more freely. Okay, these are some of the other spiritual things and fated things coming through. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So, although there is much happening, and there is a lot of good fortune with this spiritual process, honey, it is a narrow pathway, as this oracle says. It is a very focused path. You have to really, you're being encouraged to really sharpen your focus. And queens and kings are very good about that. They are the leaders, and they are the masters when it comes to that kind of razor sharp focus. Woo! So beautiful. That was actually quite a few things to come through. But hopefully, honey, that gives you a little bit of extra enlightenment and whatnot. So just curious, what is it? You said you think you know what that purpose is with your spirituality? What is that? What is that? Feel free to share. Share the specifics. Oh, okay, I see. So acting more as a psychic medium kind of thing? Do you work more with like contacting deceased people and working with other spiritual beings, extraterrestrial beings as well? Ugh. And let me just say with honey, with the cards that showed up, I mean, they're really ultimately such beautiful, fortunate cards to see. So I wouldn't doubt your abilities so much. Trust me, whenever I started tapping into my psychic gifts and doing this kind of stuff, and you know, the deeper I go, I've questioned myself. I still question myself, and I'm like, you know, was that really appropriate? Did that really work? Did that make sense? Am I really that gifted, you know? And the universe always sends confirmation. But we really have to believe it for ourselves, which can be a challenge. Oh, very cool though. Very cool. Hello, Sharma. What's up? Thanks for popping in. And guys, I am about to stop for the night. But if any of you in the next, I'll probably be on here about 10 minutes more, 10 more minutes. So if any of you do want to pop through the super chat, you know, there's still time. Well, very cool, honey, though. That's a very exciting journey to be on when you're tapping into more of your psychic gifts. Oh, Sharma, the way I work and do psychic readings, I don't get super specific with timelines per se. I might be able to kind of tell you what full moon or transit might be happening when it comes to that sort of stuff, but I usually work more with what guidance is coming through for that situation rather than the timeline, especially specific timelines. But we can, we can see what pulls through as far as like new moon, full moon, astrological things to watch out for. Definitely could do that. And I see you, Sharma, in the super chat. Thanks for joining in, showing up as a beautiful turquoise color. Hello, honey. I see you in the super chat again. I'll be right with you after Sharma here. All right, so Sharma, let's see here. Let's work with the tarot. So you want to look at the marriage. Let's see, what marriage, what time frame and guidance coming through in regards to Sharma's marriage. Thank you. Guidance confirmation in regards to Sharma's marriage. Okie dokie, Sharma. Ooh, okay. We have the 4 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. I love the 4 of Wands. I don't know why, Sharma, but I know you've joined in the super chat before. I feel like my intuition is telling me that the 4 of Wands has popped up for you before. I'm getting like a reoccurrence with that. And I love it. It's beautiful. Because this is one of the best cards to see when it comes to marriage, union, party, that kind of stuff. As you see these people here, they are celebrating together. So anyways, in regards to the timeline, I'm hearing the message of the one that got away for some reason. So that's something that's coming through, Sharma, the one that got away. Someone being a little sneaky. There's a sneaky sort of energy. Distasteful, a little distrustful. Okay, so I am getting, with this timeline, 7 months or the 7th month? That's a little unclear, Sharma, but it's either within 7 months or in the 7th month, which is July. So either 7 months from now or on the 7th month, so in the month of July, there is this sort of, this wedding, this marriage of yours takes place. And I'm getting, because we have swords, I'm going to get clarity with this though. I am feeling like it could be when the moon is in Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Hang on one second. Oh yeah, so it did appear before, huh? It's an auspicious card to see when it comes to marriage. It really is. But my goodness, what more can we get on the Seven of Swords? Let's see. Just know that there is commitment, there is a union, there is a marriage, there is a wedding showing up. Let's see. Okay, the High Priestess is showing up with the Seven of Swords, Sharma. So when you say karma is playing, that is for sure. Look at these two together. Okay. So, definitely, when the moon is in, Gemini and Aquarius and Libra are definitely ringing strong here. Gemini and Libra seem to be ringing stronger. So, 7th month, 7 months, when the moon is in Gemini, Libra, potentially Aquarius, in that time frame, in that 7th month or 7 months from now. That looks to be very significant. And there's some truth with the High Priestess showing up here too. Something is being unveiled with someone who has been sneaky, Sharma, or someone who has been, if there has been some disloyalty, or if this is a person who, is currently married and there's been some infidelity, or there's been, a divorce, that kind of thing, and there's been sneakiness and backstabbing, that is being unveiled and it's being rebalanced. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was like a divorce or something going on. So, we're going to get an oracle message for you as well, Sharma, and see what further guidance can come through, and see if there's anything else that can confirm any kind of timeline for you. See if we can get more specific. Usually with timelines, I like to use rune stones as indicators, but usually I have to do a deep reading, and I do those deep readings through my Etsy shop because it just takes more time and energy and kind of sharpening my psychic antenna, if that makes sense. So, if you want to do that sometime, Etsy shop link is below, just so you know. But let's get you one more here and see what guidance. See what the oracle. Ooh. Yeah. So there's a message here of vast vistas. Expand your horizons. Okay, so let's give me a second. I'm going to meditate on this. I love the colors that are showing up here for you, by the way. Very fortunate colors. The yellow and even just rainbow colors are coming through beautifully, which I love. A destination wedding? Huh. Okay, something about travel and destination wedding, potentially. Or a wedding, or getting married in somewhere that isn't your immediate environment, that being beneficial in some way. Interesting. I am feeling like this is more of a 7th month time period. Oh, I see you, Sharma. So there definitely will be some traveling involved. Okay. Yep, you see the ship in the background here. And this long path in front of this person. Expanding the opportunity with them. That's a phrase, that's some extra guidance coming through for you, Sharma. Expanding your opportunity with them. And it involves travel. It involves that act of being in the same environment. But the divorce does look like it's gonna happen. That definitely looks like it's happening, which I think we confirmed already, but I mean, that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, I like what's at the bottom of the deck for you too. It's kind of the underlying energy, the Knight of Cups. That's lovely. Okay. There you have it, Sharma. So I'm actually kind of impressed with what came through. Also, oh yeah, there's nothing left in their relationship. There you have it. So your yellow was so strong, but so was the blue. I want you to focus more of your attention and healing powers, onto your solar plexus chakra, so right above your belly button. And I want you to also focus on your throat chakra, so right here. And so working with yellow stones, topaz, citrine, amber for your throat chakra, blue lapis lazuli or blue sodalite, or even quartz. I mean, even clear quartz is fine. Yeah, working with those stones and giving yourself that kind of therapy, I think will help you through this process. That's another message with those colors that was just coming through real strong for you. So give attention to those for sure. Yeah, about the property, it kind of looks like something will have to be sacrificed there. I do see that. All right, honey, you are next. I see you. All right. Well, it looks like your work will pay off, Sharma. It does. And thank you, honey, for posting the question again. Between me and your person, between you and your person, M. Okay. Focusing more on the spiritual, but general is good. Okay, let's see. Trying to tune into the spread I want to do for you here. Okay. We're gonna freestyle this one a little bit, honey. And guys, those of you who are here, this is the last reading that I will be doing for tonight. I am finishing with honey, but make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you know when I go live again. And also, if you want to book an in-depth reading, with me, you can always do that through my Etsy shop. And that link is below in the descriptions box. Ha! Honey, we have Temperance showing up. Didn't Temperance just show up for you? That's so funny because this happened with someone else tonight. The cards are repeating themselves. Okay. Sure did, yep. Okay, well, Temperance is here again. So strong Sagittarius energy, but it could be, again, Leo or Aries potentially showing up. There's a message coming through for you, honey, of looking into your pool of memories. Looking into your pool of memories. Especially, you know, in regards to this relationship with, you said M? Is that who we're referring to them as? Is M? Yes, okay. So, accessing your pool of memories, working with water through this process, especially when you want to spiritually connect in that psychic medium type way, especially when you're trying to connect with deceased. Using water. For some reason that's coming through pretty strong. And it's funny because it's really a fire card, but that's coming through especially with the cups mixing here. Oh, nope, not it, not it. Keep shuffling. We are free wheeling it. Sometimes it's the best way to read. There's an extra dimensional, spiritual dimensional being who is trying to make themselves known to you. Interesting. And yeah, okay, so definitely, honey, in regards to your connection to this person, to M, it's very symbiotic right now. It's very synchronistic. There's almost like a cord that is like that spiritual silver cord that is like tying you two together right now, or linking you together. Oh my god. Okay, you have the Queen of Wands popping up again. That is funny. Okay. This is so cool to me when cards repeat themselves, honestly. Do you happen to have a pet, honey? And he's also a water sign, you said. Oh, cool. Good. Okay, you have a pet. Great. Because that pet is almost acting, this is really specific, but this pet is kind of acting as a channel, but also as a protector for when you're tapping into the spiritual energy, and that's important to keep them around, especially when you're first beginning, when you're new to it. Hello, Shanove. Honey's reading is the last one I'm doing, guys. Those of you who are just now hopping on, this is the last reading I'm doing for tonight. So just subscribe to the channel to see whenever I go live again, okay? Okay, honey, I'm getting you another card here. You're definitely being asked, I feel like I need to pause for a second, honey. You're being asked, affirmed, and encouraged here, honey, to really have faith in your own gifts, your own insights, the messages that are being received. This memory pool that came up, which I'm going to try to get some clarity on here. Trusting that, having more courage in yourself and faith in yourself and those abilities, because those abilities are there. There's just that message that really wants to come through for you. The universe really wants to affirm you there. Ooh. In regards to this connection with M as well, you have messages coming to you from them, coming up as the moon enters Leo next, and the moon enters Leo soon. It's in Cancer right now, and it'll enter Leo in about 2 days. I'm pretty sure it goes into Leo Wednesday, but it might be Thursday. So check on that. But pay attention to that time frame with this stuff. True that, honey. And yes, when the moon is in Leo, hang on, I'm going to get you one more card. There's also, so the Ten of Wands popped out. And so we're going to talk about that as I get you an oracle message here. So again, the fire energy is really strong in your reading, so just pay attention to that. And I think that Leo moon energy is going to be very important for you to stay alert and aware of the messages that come through, especially since you said your moon is in Leo, right? So your moon being in Leo, that's just going to sync up beautifully, nicely with this. Anyways, with the Ten of Wands being here, there's something of a heavy burden that is coming up with you and this other person. Something about a heavy burden coming through, coming up Oh, interesting. You left a fire sign in the past, huh? Well, there's a heaviness that's coming through here, whether it be from your ex or, you know, I feel like it's tied to this person M, though. Almost like holding on to too much. There's an overwhelm. So last message for you, honey, is valiant courage. Take action with passion. The burden, it looks like it has to do with feeling like they've taken on too much. There's this energy of taking on too much, too heavy of a workload, or overwhelming themselves. And you're being here affirmed with valiant courage. Take action with passion. Yeah, I love this. So especially when it comes to this connection that you're asking about, honey, take action with passion. And there's a lot of passion here. Hang on one second here. Ba, 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 ba. And hello, Gypsy Girl. I see you in the super chat. And Shy Yong, I see you in the super chat. I'll be right with you. Okay, honey, I'm looking at the other information you gave me in your questions. Whoop. Yeah, it just looks, honey, it just looks like that there's something that needs to be removed, so there's not so much overwhelm and excessive stress from that overstimulation. But there's definitely a lot of passion with this relationship, and I think you know the kind of action that you can take as long as you take some sort of action or make some sort of gesture and take a step with this person and make sure that it's full of passion. The passion is going to resonate with them. It's going to feel good to you. Do so with enthusiasm. There's something coming through with doing something when it comes to that, well, making that gesture with enthusiasm. So I love that. Anyways, there you have it, honey. A few things coming through there. Well, Gypsy Girl, I'm glad that you stopped by. All right. So, Gypsy Girl, you are next here. And then, Shy Yong, you will be right after Gypsy Girl. All right, so you're a Libra. Hello. I love my Libras. All right, and are you going to find a job? Let's see what the guidance and cards showing up for that is. Take a deep breath with me. Oh, yes. Okay, so Gypsy Girl. Oh, honey, you're so welcome. And oh, interesting. Moving in with him, huh? So Gypsy Girl, first card out. I love this, just plopping right out. The Empress. So in regards to, will you find another job? Is there a job coming up for you here in the near future? The Empress is saying yes, absolutely. There is a beautiful opportunity, an abundant one too. It's not just a crappy job. It's not just a safe job or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's not just something to get by. It looks like something that is very fruitful, something that is very beautiful and resonant with you. You said you're a Libra, and Libras, y'all are ruled by Venus. You have the Venus symbol showing up on your side here. Pay attention to when your planet, Venus, goes direct again, and it goes direct this week. Right? Hold on, let me look at what is today. Oh my goodness, the 22nd. Yes, it goes direct later this week. So let me get you a couple more cards. Oh, maybe if I can get myself together here. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Okay. Gypsy Girl, I am loving the energy for this. It looks really positive. The other card you just had pop out is the Page of Pentacles. It's very fortunate to see Pentacles whenever you're asking about job or career related things. This page is speaking about a new job. Pages are all about newness. Be prepared, since there is a new offer coming. Be prepared for the learning curves is a message I'm getting here. With the page here, it is talking about some other learning curves, new learning curves, and just things to be taught. So just make sure you're open to that and expect that, because there's something that's unfamiliar about it. Oh my gosh, yes. Gypsy Girl, look at this. You also got the Sun card. I mean, look at this energy. Look at all this. I mean, this is beautiful. Very fortunate energy to see. I mean, the Empress and the Sun. Oh, good. I'm glad you're open to the new opportunity, because it's new, it's different, it requires a little bit more study and, learning, but that's okay. It looks so fortunate. So fortunate. There's a lot of joy, whatever opportunity is presented that just makes you feel this kind of joy that the Sun exudes, this kind of childlike nostalgia where you are excited, enthusiastic, you feel free, and like you can be creatively free and expressive. Whatever offer makes you feel that way, take it. That's confirmation. Those are the signs. It's not going to be hard to recognize. It's not going to be hard for you to recognize. So like I said, also pay attention to Venus direct later this week. And Leo season is coming through with this too, which that doesn't start until the end of July, around the 22nd of July. Something about that time frame is coming up as well because of the sun. But this is gorgeous. There's nothing else to say. So I'm excited for you. Keep in touch. Let me know what really, what physically manifests. All right, so Shy Yong, I see you in the super chat here. Shy Yong, your turn. All right, will you either reconcile with an ex or new love? That's a good way to phrase that question. It's good to be open. I like that, Shy Yong. It's good to be open to, letting go of someone else in order to make room for someone new, someone who might be better. Yeah. I think it's wise to look at it that way. So let's see what your messages are. Thank you for love messages for Shy Yong. And remember, guys, if you don't get to work with me tonight, you can always book a deep reading through my Etsy shop as well. That link is below in the descriptions box. Right at the center of your reading, Shayong, you have the Two of Wands. Being caught in between limbo. Something here being caught between two different people. Two of Wands. Something about guiding you to look further when it comes to love and deeper connection, looking further than your immediate environment, so the city or town that you live in. Something about looking further than that, and the answer being beyond. Oh, and we have another two, Shayong. We have the Two of Swords popping up. Hang on one second here. So Shayong, the Two of Swords. Another two, okay. Your man is in space. I don't know if they're that far. Oh, goodness. So with the Two of Swords, you're really being encouraged to weigh the pros and cons when it comes to what it is you want in a relationship, what it is you want from someone, even making a pros and cons list in regards to your ex, in regards to what you might want and what you might seek, in someone new. You're being really encouraged to do that, to make that contrast. I mean, look at these together. It requires a little bit more sort of mental attention and awareness. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get you another message now from the Sacred Traveler. Indication. Thank you for guidance. Indication. Okay, we have Wondrous Universe. Walk in beauty. Okay. Ooh, okay. This planet Saturn is coming across real strong in this photo for you. So pay attention to where Saturn is transiting your personal astrological chart. And also when Saturn moves direct again, which it's gonna be a little while. Oh, Shayong, you're Capricorn? Oh, well, very cool. You are ruled by Saturn, as you know. Pay attention to those things when your planet moves direct, and also, what did I just say? Oh, your Saturn transit, yes. Sorry. So, I'm getting this message with Wondrous Universe as well, that you can call in, almost like in a metaphysical and alchemical sense, you can call in clarity with this partner, There's also this question being formed that I'm being asked to ask you of who makes you feel beautiful, Shayong. Whoever, the first name, the first person that comes to your mind when I ask you that will give you a big indicator. Which one makes you feel beautiful? Hang on one little second here. So let's see. I want to get you, I don't have the deck out here right now, so I'm going to go grab it over here. It's the Romance Angel deck, and we're going to end with that one. Let's see. Ugh, don't mind my funky shorts that I'm wearing. Okay, let's see what added guidance comes through here. I'm feeling more of a new energy for you, Shayong. A new lover, dating someone new. But before I speak more to that, okay. What the cards, what your guides are trying to convey to you here, Shayong, is that right now, in this particular time, it's not the most appropriate time for an ex-lover to come through, or for a new lover. You're kind of caught in between limbo. And it has to do with focusing in on yourself and the beauty within. We talked about beauty. especially if neither of them make you feel beautiful, then that might be an indicator too. But hopefully one of them or both of them make you feel that way. But this says you deserve love, you are lovable. And we have this image of this woman with the bow and the love angels surrounding her, and she's kind of claiming what is hers. Claiming what is hers. That wants to be repeated for you. Self-love. Self-love is coming up first here. And something about Shaiyong doing something for your, in regards to, your physical beauty, or doing things not just that physically reflect your beauty, but doing things that make you feel energized and lively and bring out that beauty within you, that the things that give you and make you see beauty. You are lovable. Just remember that and do those things for yourself. There's just this message of doing this and kind of focusing on you. And whenever you do these things and you take some more of these practical steps, it will change your aura and your electromagnetic field and who you pull in, who you attract. So that is what is coming up for you. I mean, the messages are pretty strong. It's just about establishing more of that passion and healthy mental dialogue, or healthy affirmations for yourself too. Kind of changing something about just changing how you attract others. And because all this is coming up, Shaiyong, I feel like this is indicating that there's a new relationship that is going to be more fitted for you, more compatible for you. But it starts with making that shift within. And so, that could entail some of that, changing your hairstyle, changing your appearance in some way, but also, like I said, doing those things that just make you feel that beauty and worthiness. So I like that. I like what came through for you, actually. Kind of different. Maybe not quite what you expected, but there you have it. All right, so guys, I am going to end on that note tonight. Thank you everyone who participated here in the super chat. I like all the details that we got. So I will probably be live more this week. Just make sure you're subscribed and following so you get the notification. And if any of you want to book a deeper read and do a full spread, yada yada, then book with me through my Etsy shop. Link is below in the descriptions box. And yeah, I still have some spots available there. So there you have it. You guys are awesome. Happy new moon and eclipse. We got some game-changing energy in the stars, in the planets. Oh, I appreciate the hearts and everything, Shaiyong. Yes, yes. All right, so everyone take care. See you soon.